What's your take on last night's game?
So Doc Rivers said before last night's game that Lonzo Ball is not going to be good. He's going to be great, which is exactly what Earl Watson has said sitting in your seat a couple of times right here on this show. And then Lonzo Ball went out and proceeded to have by far his worst game as a professional, a game that the Lakers at home should have won, a third game they have blown at home because of Lonzo Ball. I'm going to lay most of the blame at his feet because he is the point guard for this team, and he didn't even play the floor game that he usually plays and obviously shot the ball pathetically, and I won't even begin to try to defend what happened. But I will say this. It amazes me that he's going to play 82 regular season games, and we are going to dissect every game every day on this show. We do it like clockwork, and we actually set his bar up like it's a Magic Johnson high bar, like he's got to be Magic Johnson, and it's because of the negativity that his father has continued to generate that is now sort of surrounding Lonzo's performance. Everybody wants Lonzo to fail because they want LeVar to fail. And I don't think it's fair for a kid who just turned 20 years of age and is trying to learn how to play point guard under this much pressure and scrutiny, which is the most any rookie in any sport ever has been under at this point in his career. So last night, he continued to shoot the ball. He's in an all-time awful shooting slump. I've never seen anything like it because he was a 41% three-point shooter at UCLA last year. He was the MVP of the NBA Summer League. I'm not saying it's a high degree of difficulty, but he was the MVP, and now he cannot buy a three-point basket. He made one early in the game, and then it got worse and worse, and the shooting slump is affecting his overall game because he's gotten timid. He's not aggressive. He doesn't attack anymore. So last night, this was a highly winnable game. And by the way, I think those three games, if you add them to the Lakers' record, they would be 11-9 if they'd won those three games they should have closed the deal at home. That they'd be now in the 7th seed in the playoffs. I think this team is good enough. It has enough talent. It could be a Western Conference playoff team this year, but he is going to have to grow up fast. And he's going to have to figure out, you were a shooter, you are a shooter. He's going to have to figure out how to shoot his way out of this slump because I think he is still capable. But he comes in with 5:13 left, got put back in the game, and they're down 3. And immediately I'm thinking, I'm watching, you got to attack. Nobody can keep you out of the lane. You're 6'7". He's probably, what are you, 6'7"? That's what I thought. He's right in your ballpark, and he's got a great handle, and he's got underrated quickness. He can just get in the lane at will. Set somebody up. Get somebody an open three. Make something happen in the lane. He just passes the ball on the perimeter and then goes and drifts off and tries to get lost over on the weak side like he doesn't even want to be part of this. And then with 2:24 left, and we could see this play, he snatched a rebound, which I think he's the best rebounder on the team, and takes one big dribble, and he's got Julius Randle on a break, and you see it right here. He just threw it too far. I don't know. It's like he's losing confidence because he's lost confidence in his shot in his overall game. One dribble, it's just a little too far. If you make that, you're down 1 at that point. You could have been up 2 and brought the house down with the dunk, right? If you make that pass. So he missed that play. And then the Lakers had 4 3-point shots in the last 5 minutes, missed all 4 of them, and they let the Clippers basically steal a game because Lou Williams just went, he just goes crazy. He scored 42, and they couldn't stop him. They couldn't keep him from the basket. Their defense broke down. I think they looked to Lonzo like, do it. Do what we know you can do. And he just shrinks and closes up and closes down. And I can't defend any of it, but at some point, I believe he's going to be as great as Doc Rivers thinks that he's going to be.
Well, I definitely agree. Well, shout out to Lou. I seen him score 40, 50 points in the ABL league we play in every summer. But I think it's enough of the politically correct answers with him. I think Luke is hurting him, and I think his dad is hurting him. I think somebody needs to pull him to the side and say, look, you're the number 2 pick in this draft. Go out there and just play basketball. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about making a shot. Go out there and play as hard as you can and try to do all you can. Don't worry about being J. Kidd right now. Don't worry about being Magic Johnson right now. Don't even worry about doing what your dad telling you to do. Go out there and play the game you love to play and play basketball and just play the game. Don't worry about being a certain player. Don't worry about being leading an assist. Don't worry about none of it. Just go out there and play and let the game come to you. And I think he's thinking entirely too much. What his dad has done, he put a lot of pressure on him, but I think as coaches, they need to be more real with him and tell him, just go out there and play. Stop worrying about your shot. Stop worrying about being who everybody else wants you to be and just play the game that you love. And I think things will be fine if he does that.
let's be real, Stacks. He's not very good right now.
Not
Now,
right now.
what he might
is a rookie, though.
Right. What he might be, but Skip, I can assure you, if we go back and pull tape, we can find opposing coaches that say Kwame Brown would get it right. Michael Olowokandi would get it right.
No question.
Okay, are you saying he's that?
No, Skip. I'm just saying you keep.
Well,
saying,
go ahead.
No,
you
Skip,
can. You have the
he's
right.
Definitely not that. Skip,
Put it on tape.
Skip, you keep saying he shot the ball at 41% at UCLA.
He did.
Every guy in the NBA was a hell of a basketball player in college.
No,
That's how they got to the
There are
NBA.
a lot of bad shooters who are really good athletes who make it in the NBA, and they learn how to shoot.
And there are really good shooters that don't do really well in the NBA. That's just a part of it.
Magic wasn't much of a shooter in college. Michael Jordan wasn't a great shooter in college.
Yeah, you got to realize, too, summer league and actual regular
I
season,
know
that's two different levels of basketball.
And the thing, Skip, last night, this was a night that Luke Walton should have stuck to his gun and rolled Jordan Clarkson home.
He's better.
Jordan Clarkson, and I keep telling Skip, he's a better player right now.
You know what?
He is.
You could have played both of them, given who was on the floor, because Austin Rivers and Lou Williams were on the floor.
Yeah.
You could have, if that's the way you want to go.
But Skip, I mean, the way he's missing the Skip, I keep telling you, he's shooting the ball on one side, and the ball is hitting the backboard on the other side from three. It's not even close.
It's the all-time worst slump I've
There are
ever seen.
212 players, Stacks, that have taken at least 100 shots. Lonzo Ball is dead last in field goal percentage of 212 that's taken that many shots. And you tell me this is going to get fixed this year?
Do you know how many clutch threes he hit last year for UCLA?
lot.
How many clutch? I'm just saying.
That's UCLA.
Yeah.
That's college.
But I saw the ball go in with his awkward, outrageous, unconventional shooting
Skip,
motion.
you covered this game so long. You know you've seen great football, basketball, baseball players be great in college, and that doesn't transfer. So, I mean, why do we keep
I know,
thinking?
but it's just a shot. Did the shot go in? That's the one thing about basketball. It's different from the other games. Either the shot goes in or it doesn't go in. And I saw it go in. I saw it go in the summer league. It doesn't matter who's guarding you. If you make it under pressure, he made clutch. Every time UCLA needed a big basket, he shot a three.
Well, I'm missing something. I'm missing something.
Well, I just told you he's in the worst slump I've ever seen. And it
You only
started
said it
on
4 years,
opening
Skip.
night. So do you think he's a terrible shooter?
He is.
Okay. Are you willing to say he's a bust?
Skip, the man played 14. The guys played 20 games. Skip, damn.
Okay. Well, that's you should be listening to yourself.
Skip, all I'm saying is Jordan Clarkson is a better
He's played
player.
20 games, Shannon. Damn.
But
Okay?
Jordan Clarkson.
Well, that's what you just said to me.
I know, but
Damn.
I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
And Jordan Clarkson give me a
I
better
think-
chance of winning.
I told you I thought this game's good enough to be in the playoffs, and I think
They're
it's
not
still
going to no
could be.
playoffs.
I don't know.
Playoffs?
Well, they're just a game out right now. Have you looked at the Western Conference? What's happening at the bottom?
They're game out.
They're a
20
bunch of disasters.
check back with me in
Yeah.
20 more games.
Well,
Let's see how far they are.
Hey, well, he's had a couple triple doubles. Who had the game high assists last night in this game? Help me out here. I don't
Skip, he was a minus 12, and he only played 26 minutes.
Was that the worst on his team?
No.
No.
He has a lot of growing pains, but one thing that I do like on the positive side, he has something that Tim Duncan had in him. Out of all the stuff that's being thrown at him, out of all the people that's saying this, you should do that, you should be JK, you should be Magic, his composure. He hasn't lost his composure not one time. Now, I want to see him have way more fire, way more passion, go out there and scream, get a technical foul, do something to get yourself going. You know what I'm saying? But he has a lot of Tim Duncan in him.
No, he ain't gonna get no tech. You saw how he walked by.
can't teach that, though.
You saw how he walked by with that little scrum with Caldwell Pope and
Yeah, but-
Mueller. He ain't gonna get no
I took
tech.
up for him on Instagram. He did right.
No.
They ain't gonna fight. Ain't nobody gonna fight on the
but
court.
like,
I lost $3 million running the stands.
No,
And if I would have fought this game, nobody would have had my back. So do right, save your money,
But
go to the sideline. Because
Stack.
when he got knocked down by Patrick Beverly, who ran up and helped him?
They ain't want to run him off
Nobody.
that.
Right. So
But you already
this
know
is
that
the NBA now.
You already know they're not gonna fight, so you just make it. That's gonna be good. Hey, come on, man, y'all break it up. Knowing they ain't gonna do nothing.
The NBA has seen too many pushing and arguing to make it look good for TV. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what else
He did
happened,
right.
Skip. Guess what else didn't happen last night, Skip? Tell Stacks what didn't happen last night.
What didn't
He ain't shooting no free throws. Again, a game with no free throw
What have I
attempts.
said every time we've done this topic? Take the ball in the lane.
More aggressive.
I don't know what's wrong.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.